All right. Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Rescue Bots podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I lost my buddy. I'm David.
Aww.
And today we are looking at the Buddy System.
Yay!
This is the 15th episode of episode 2, or of season 2, the 41st episode overall, and written by series regular Nicole Dubuk.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, good feel for the characters. No weird character nonsense.
No, there's all sorts of weird nonsense in this episode, but it's not character related.
Yes.
Well, yes.
I mean, it's not none of it's out of character. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's in character, but there's some weird stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. So, this first aired May 31st, 2014. And we open with, once more, the Lad Pioneers, the copyright-friendly Boy Scout replacement.
Yes.
I guess the trademark-friendly Boy Scout replacement, the Lad Pioneers.
Yes. The great value Boy Scouts.
Yes. And Blades is very excited to be one, although he is neither a lad nor a pioneer. He's actually the troop mascot.
Yes. Why can't he be a lad? I mean, he seems
well, because as far as all but
male.
one of the lads are concerned, he's like a piece of mechanical equipment.
I guess that's fair. I guess if we're going
It'd be like trying to make your car a Boy Scout.
I could make my car a Boy Scout. It's a Subaru.
I think that's definitely Girl Scout material.
Yeah.
But no, they are. But all of the bots have been recruited into what is going to turn to be the nature trail to hell.
It's not that bad, but it's a little bad.
Not until the snakes show up.
Well, yes. I mean, it's just the one at that point, and it is large enough, apparently, to eat a human child, so...
So yeah, everybody is going on this is not only Lad Pioneers, but just a bunch of, like, random Griffin Rock citizens.
Well, yeah. Random characters that we have background models for and have had lines before.
Yes.
Well, he does say that it's like Friends and Family Day.
Yes.
So that explains why some of them are there, but that doesn't explain why Mrs. Needlemeyer came along.
Maybe she has like a grandson in there or something.
If she does, she does not acknowledge him at any point.
No, she does not.
Like, you could see there being like, oh, and this is my grandson. So, no, she just showed up because she didn't have anything else to do.
What? Oh no, in one of the previous episodes, didn't she have a relative?
Well, we saw her, like, child self when they went back in time.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
And then she's got her cat.
So I vaguely remember her in relation to a child somewhere, and the cat, yes.
Yeah, we saw her as a child with a different cat.
I mean, I guess they could just have, like... It could just be open to the community as a whole, but it is sort of like, that's a weird thing to crash if you don't have, like, a kid involved. Just saying, it's a little sketchy.
I mean, this whole thing is sketchy because they are going to.
Well, yes,
they are going to use the buddy system, but because that is going to make sure that nobody gets lost, and as if on cue, one of the Lad Pioneers is in complete mortal peril.
Yes.
Of course, someone has
like
to
he's
be.
just wandered off and fallen off a cliff somewhere.
Also,
that's a standard camping movie thing. I'm sure that happens in The Wrong Guys before John Goodman tries to kill Louis Anderson.
When Blades is being very excited about being a Lad Pioneer, he does mention his musical theater patch, which I appreciate. That kind of reminded me of slight story here, but John Lovett, who I've brought up before, who has a sort of comedy politics podcast, is Jewish and very gay, and talks about when he was a kid and he was sent to summer camp, and basically at one point there are these old Jewish queens were explaining to his mother that kids like him are why they have the theater program at the summer camp. So yeah, things are very dangerous. Parks are very dangerous. It's very exciting.
So yeah, of course, this guy's named Timmy, and he is dangling from a branch, about to plunge to his death.
Falling off a cliff. You know,
it's fine. We're just going to need another Timmy.
You go to, like, an actual, like, a national park. There's no handrails. You stand up there on the summit of the highest peak in the park, and you can just look over the edge. And it's like, yep, that sure is a couple 100 feet down, and there's nothing stopping you from just getting bumped over the edge.
The National Park System. You're on your own, buddy.
Yes.
Well, like you're going to bring OSHA into the Grand Canyon.
There was a big problem at Shenandoah last year with people who were, you know, dealing with quarantine and just being like, hey, let's go climb this, like, well-known but actually extremely difficult hike up a mountain, and, like, getting stranded and having to be rescued and not wearing appropriate footwear, not taking any food or supplies or planning properly. And that was a thing on their Facebook page. It was just like, come on, people, this is like the third time we've had to bivouac with some rando from DC overnight, waiting, like, keeping them from freezing to death so we could get them out the next day.
Bivouac.
Yeah, it was bivouac.
You're right.
I was like, okay, it was like, okay, it was a southern accent creeping in, not just a different word.
No, it was the same word that I don't know how to pronounce because I only ever read it. So yeah, parks are dangerous, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty great.
There's a non-zero chance you'll be eaten by a bear.
Yes, sir. In Shenandoah, that is absolutely correct.
That can happen in my backyard.
Yeah, I mean, I live in town now, but when I was staying with my parents, you could absolutely risk getting eaten by a bear in the backyard.
Well, I would say I don't have to go to a national park to do that, but I am living next to state property, so it's basically the same thing. And there's a national park. Wait, where's the nearest national park? It's in the vicinity somewhere.
Bears are great.
Yeah, as long as you're not bothering them. And they stay outside. Anyway, Blades' scarf is really cute.
Yes, he has an adorable little scarf here as a lad pioneer.
Or kerchief, or whatever the hell they're called in Scouts.
He's so excited. He's so ready for this.
So Kade has brought his girlfriend, Haley, who he's trying to show off for. So he tries to get Heatwave to rescue this kid. He can't do it. Then because Dani is there, she's feuding with Kade. She tries to get Blades to do it, and that also doesn't work, so they have to work together. And even at that, this kid still almost plummets to his gruesome death.
Yes, he's hanging off a root sticking out of the side of the cliff, and then it comes loose and he starts falling, and they have to do the thing where you fall faster than the other person who is falling.
Yes.
Well, it does involve a hook and thing, but that kid's neck should snap.
If Spider-Man has taught us anything, it's that that kid's neck should snap.
So, yeah, it is time to institute the buddy system, and that means the buddy bracelets, which might be some sort of arcane torture device.
Which, no, it's like somebody saw the movie Wedlock with Rutger Hauer and thought, oh, that was a good idea, but let's put it on wrists, and they don't explode.
Or also, the movie Wild Wild West.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're magnetic in that one, aren't they?
Yes.
Huh.
Wicca Wild Wild West.
I don't think I've seen Wild Wild West since literally I saw it in the theater, so
I mean, that you're better off.
Yeah.
But there's a thing where they have to put the bad guy puts magnetic colors on them, and then there's like a magnetized buzzsaw that's going to decapitate them.
Which feels like that movie is a collection of things from other movies that should not work together in one movie.
And don't.
No. So I guess I've seen it in the best way possible in that I've seen most of the movie. I have not seen it in one go. I've seen it in chunks on TV.
I watched it with my parents because my mom was a big fan of the TV show back in the day.
Ooh.
By all accounts, it was better than the movie.
Well, I can imagine.
There probably was a lot less gay panic in the TV show.
Yeah.
And a lot less Kenneth Branagh dropping racial slurs.
My mom just liked
yes,
watching the genre-adjacent Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. and talking about how hot Lord Bowler was. Meanwhile, I couldn't get over how much he just made me think of Bishop from X-Men.
Rob, what is a movie you saw recently?
The Last Dragon.
And who plays Sho'nuff in that?
Oh, that is the guy from Briscoe County Jr.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
I have not actually seen Briscoe County Jr. I thought I was just looking up a guy from Briscoe County Jr.
It's pretty good. It's not great, but it was more fun than the other thing that Bruce Campbell did.
Jack of all trades. Well,
yeah,
I definitely watched that.
Yeah, that was not good.
You see, Napoleon was short, so when he showed up, they had the guy who played Mini-Me play him.
Oh.
Didn't that guy turn out to be an asshole?
Vern Troyer?
All I know is that he turned out to be dead.
Well, yeah, eventually, yes. But,
Anyway, so this episode. So, the buddy bracelets, they're assigned at random. And you cannot deviate past a certain distance from your buddy, or it will begin magnetically attracting you back together with great force.
Like dragging you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, we don't see Doc Green in this episode, but I assume he invented these because these have accidental death written all over them.
Yes.
Yeah, but they do seem to have a safety feature to a degree, because, they must be powerful electromagnets at work. But when you get close enough, they don't smack the magnets together and, crush your wrists.
Right, because you have to stay at a certain distance, and I guess once you're at that distance, they no longer need to attract.
Yeah, it's like, if you get more than 20 feet away, they start to drag together, but if you get within 5 feet, it stops, seemingly.
Yeah, so poor Graham is randomly assigned to Mrs. Neederlander, which is bad enough, but she's also brought along Mr. Pettypaws, and he is allergic to cats.
Yeah.
Which, that feels like an automatic, okay, we gotta re-roll this because you got allergies?
No.
Yes.
That's not, no, that's Dad fucking up right there.
Well, Dad's distracted, as we'll get to momentarily.
But he's not distracted yet. But that's an incident, even in this kid's show of a gag, if you have an allergy, no, bad TV show. It's not comedy.
I appreciate how
degree he has it.
This thing that was already dangerous enough due to nature has now, they couldn't not also make it more dangerous thanks to technology. They had to add in that extra element of being just unreasonably dangerous.
Admittedly, if that kid had had the bracelet before he fell off the cliff, he might have been dragged back up.
I suppose.
Or his buddy might have been dragged over.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, but then the buddy would fall down and start to come back up, and it would even out eventually. Or it would break the branch, I don't know.
One or the other.
So Cody gets partnered up with Blades, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Frankie gets paired up with Haley, and she's all like, oh my god, she's like this total bimbo. She doesn't know anything about anything. What are we going to talk about? She dates Cade. She clearly has no taste.
I mean, I think we'll learn pretty soon why she has the patience to put up with Cade.
Well, yes.
But yeah, Frankie's being judgy.
Yes. And Cade gets paired up with Dani, and of course they hate each other because they're siblings.
I love their sibling hatred. It's so good. It's so petty.
Again, this is another case the reason Dad's doing it at random, the chief, is because he wants like people to meet people that they haven't met before. That's the entire thing of randomness. Instead of sticking these two siblings together, again, that's a veto. Here, you get to hang out with one of the kids.
Now, how...
Admittedly, it'd make the rest of the episode a little weirder, but...
Did I miss them explaining the process for pairing people up? Because I got the impression that it was just Chief Burns being like, you and you.
No, I think he's just like... He's got like a big bunch of bracelets with everybody's name on them, and he's just like sticking his hand into a box of them.
Oh,
yeah, it's a bag.
Okay.
So it's just randomized. Okay. But it turns out pretty well for him, because he gets paired with Karen, who is the foxy aunt of doomed lad pioneer Timmy.
Yes.
Yes. An age-appropriate het agenda pairing.
Wild.
And also, thanks to her animation model, she's constantly giving him the bedroom eyes.
Yeah, because... in trying to make her look age-appropriate in the simplified animation style, like, means her eyes are a little squinty and she's got a few extra lines on her face, which makes him look like, yes, she's giving him bedroom eyes.
I mean, this turns out this is entirely accurate to her characterization throughout the episode.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, she, the two of them just might as well be making Tex Avery noises the entire episode.
Yeah.
I mean... There was something on Twitter a couple months ago. I don't know if I brought it up at the time, but someone was doing a fanzine that was all pin-ups, and someone did a Chief Burns one, and it was a lot.
I assume the word DILF was used.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Dinosaur I'd like feathers on?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
Anyway, Karen is voiced by veteran voice actress Nancy Lenari, most recently heard in the recent Spider-Man cartoon and video game as Aunt May.
Okay. Typecast as hot old ladies.
She's also been in... She was on The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. She was on the 90s Addams Family cartoon.
Oh, she was in Duckman? Who the hell was she in Duckman?
She was in Duckman. I mean, she's done a bunch of live action stuff, but a lot of soap operas. Apparently she was recently on an episode of This Is Us, that extremely weepy show that I know multiple people watch.
I do not. I try to avoid weepy shows. I've got enough problems.
Anyway, so yeah, she used to be a police dispatcher, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Chief Burns, we've heard all about you on the mainland. Auga."
He's a legend. She says he's a legend.
Yes. And so, hey, regularly occurring background guy, Mr. Alpert, the guy who looks like Urkel. He doesn't have a partner because they're missing somebody. And it turns out that somebody is Karen's brother, Jerry. And he is, of course, Griffin Rock's worst and only trucker.
Yes.
Yes, well, yeah.
He's like, well, he's usually late, but he's usually got one heck of a story to tell about it. And it's usually because, the story is almost always, I almost died.
It's a dangerous island to be a trucker on.
Yeah, I was trucking my usual shipment of explosive poison, and, I almost caused the end of life as we know it.
Yeah. Oops. Just going around those sharp curves up the mountain.
Yes,
so my he has to poison.
And this time, the entire plot is caused by his gross incompetence.
Yeah,
so he's got 2 deliveries to make. He's got to go to the electronics store, he's got to go to the zoo. Makes those deliveries, drives to the park, and then runs right over the crate, the box of bracelet controls. So now everybody is just stuck in them.
Yes, because apparently they have a key to make them release, and this was all their keys, and they didn't have, a backup master key somewhere else, or any kind of override for this. And as I believe Graham says, you can't open a lock with a broken key.
But that isn't even his most egregious error, because he's also swapped the deliveries from the electronics store and the zoo, because the zoo received crates of electronics, and this store, which I assume is like a Best Buy, received crates of deadly, deadly snakes.
Wait, it wasn't an electronics store, was it? It was like
a
they had
science lab or something. Atomic labels on it, like they were nuclear physicists or something.
He definitely says electronics store, so maybe that's like what all the employees wear.
Maybe he's extra confused, because it was definitely, it looked like some kind of radioactive matter.
Yeah.
I assume that's like the store's logo.
That
could be,
would probably be entirely the sort of thing you would have on this island.
Come on down to Mad Science Electronics.
Yes.
No, but just like
our prices are megalomaniacal.
Just with a mix-up of like poisonous snakes. It's like, this reminds me of another movie, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Is that where this guy used to work?
I'm thinking, oh, geez, they're supposed to deliver these to that plane to kill Samuel L. Jackson. Oh no!
Yeah, you're supposed to take him to the airport.
Oh yes, it is snakes on a truck, and there are some liberties taken with snake biology here.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is that snakes do not generally behave like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park.
No. And wandering out into the open and not just hiding.
And also there's an anaconda that is so big, I'm pretty sure it just got finished eating John Voight.
Oh,
it is quite... Snake. Well, all the snakes are larger than they should be. Like the cobra is really big. I mean, cobras are kind of big, but not that big.
Yeah.
But no, and they should have got Frank Welker, because Frank Welker, of course, also voiced the snakes in Anaconda.
Yeah. Wait,
and if you're wondering, hey, Rob, snakes don't really make noises, do they? And I would say, you haven't seen Anaconda.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, wait, do the snakes in this make any noise other than a hiss?
They're just making hisses.
They just hiss. I mean, personally, I have not had pet snakes. My father had pet snakes when I was a kid. And much in the same way, I have pets that I just find around and take home. So they were like...
Oh, those kind of snakes.
Rat snakes, mostly. One of them was albino, a naturally occurring albino that he ended up selling to the pet store when we moved, which probably is an ancestor of a lot of albino rat snakes on the market right now. But because this was like 1989. So anyway, they do make like a little bit of a hissy noise. But usually not like, I don't know. They don't usually hiss at people the way that like an angry cat does. It's really just like the sound that they make as they're going about their business. Because they stick out their tongues to smell. Anyway, snakes.
So yes, snakes. They're now running all over the town, and the rescue bots and the hikers are now headed to Griffin Crest, where there is an EMP zone, as seen in previous episode Rules and Regulations.
Yes.
That's the one where there's a bear.
Fortunately, the bear does not come into play here. That was such... Why was that bear so aggressive? What was wrong with it?
I mean, maybe it's something about Griffin Rock, like, the atmosphere just makes animals super aggressive. Snakes, bears...
Maybe.
Those recycling-obsessed lemurs.
You know, there's
living next to this massive EMP zone that might be bothering him?
Yeah, I was thinking either something like that, or just like, maybe at some point there was some sort of animal pheromone experiment that just lingers in the air and people don't notice it. Maybe it doesn't affect domesticated animals. That's my theory. That's my no prize. I'm submitting that for a no prize.
So yeah, they all have to hike out. Chief Burns is flirting with Karen.
So much. Chase is somewhat confused.
I do not understand this behavior.
Chief tells him to mind his own business, and he says he does not have a business.
He doesn't even have a business license.
No, that would be the first step to having a business. He asks him why he's developing a sunburn.
And meanwhile, Graham is just in hell.
Yeah, it's not good to be him. Why did she
being sassed
come?
by an... Why did she bring her cat?
She doesn't want to be there. I mean, Mr. Pettypaws doesn't seem to be... I mean, he clearly just needs to be carried, but he's not, like, being upset by being in nature. I mean, she needs to put him on a harness. Some cats do well on harnesses. I have a book about training an adventure cat, which I have not actually successfully done yet, but maybe this new kitten I got.
Yeah, you gotta start them reasonably young enough, and then they'll do that. Well, some of them will stay on the leash rather well, others will try to get out, and you can't walk those, and I'm not doing that with the current ones. Fuck it, you guys are all inside now. Edgar's
like 10 weeks old. I think he can still be trained. But yeah, Mrs. Neederlander is like, she's not obviously related to any child there. She just showed up on this hike that she doesn't actually seem to want to be on. Because she's complaining about, like, there being a tree in the way and going around it, and
she's calling Graham Tenderfoot?
Yes! I don't know why she's here. I mean, I guess maybe when you reach a certain age, like, the only amusement you have in your life is doing things that you're just going to complain about. Just going to things and complaining about them. Actually, that explains a lot of interactions I've had with old people in public. Just go to things to complain about them.
And yes, the chief is regaling Karen with tales of Griffin Rock, like the time it rained macaroni and cheese.
Yes. He should have told her about the flobsters.
There were flobsters, there's the time there was a giant blob.
Mm-hmm. Well, he might want to stick to the, like, if he wants her to stick around, he might want to stick to the not extremely dangerous ones, and I think raining macaroni and cheese and flying lobsters count as some of the less perilous adventures they've had. Not that we were there for the macaroni and cheese, maybe that was actually incredibly dangerous. Making the road all slippery on the mountain when Jerry's taking his delivery.
Oh, God. Luckily, that time it was only a truckload of ketchup, so it actually went pretty well.
Yeah. It all worked out.
Yeah. So, there's a call, there's a window washer who's imperiled by one of these snakes. And so Heatwave and Kade go. And obviously Dani has to go as well. So they attempt a rescue despite getting in each other's way. They rescue this guy and are shocked to find out that, yes, there are also snakes that are on the loose. But people running in the streets from these snakes. Snakes will not chase a person down the street.
No.
Not really.
No, they won't. I mean, again, that feeds into my my experimental pheromone theory.
Yes. I think that actually comes up in snakes on a plane, too. Like, there's some sort of pheromone thing that makes the snakes attack people.
Yeah, because they're not, like... So, again, my father had random snakes that he just found and brought home. I think I was in 4th grade when I was having a sleepover and one of them escaped.
Oh.
Except, I would like to point out that I grew up in Alabama.
Oh.
We didn't really care that much. One of the girls was like, "Oh, I thought I felt something in the middle of the night." There was no screaming or hysterics. It was just the next morning we're like, "Oh, he's it's not in the tank anymore."
Oh.
Snakes are great. Except for the whole feeding thing.
So yeah, snakes are on the loose. They have to send Cody and Blades, and they also have to send the Chief and Chase, and obviously Karen has to come along as well. So unfortunately, that means that Frankie must talk to Haley, the horror.
Oh, she's got to be social.
Oh, but it turns out that Haley is a botany genius.
What? Also, she's a kindergarten teacher, so
Yes.
that would explain why she has the patience to put up with Kade.
Yeah.
She's used to working with kindergartners.
Yes. So yeah, even though obviously the snakes pose no threat to the bots, it turns out they feel gross, so Heatwave doesn't like them.
No. He's not a fan.
And yeah, they're missing a dozen snakes, so they have to go on a snake hunt. They find one in a guy's scooter.
Yeah. Well, they find it because the guy is riding his scooter and yelling that there's a snake.
Yes, that one's not too hard to find.
No, that's pretty easy to find. But yes, when we had the snake escape with all these, like, 4th graders sleeping on the living room floor, it did not attack anyone. It didn't chase anyone around.
Yes.
It just explored a little bit and then found a nice cozy corner to curl up in until my dad found him the next day.
And at one point, Blades is talking about, English phrases that make no sense, like catfish or moon unit.
Yeah, what the hell? I did not expect to see a 2010s animated show for little kids referencing Moon Unit Zappa. What the fuck?
I like it.
A person who I'd completely forgotten existed until he said Moon Unit. It's like, oh, fudge.
I appreciated that.
I mean, I can see the Chief being into maybe Frank Zappa as like a kind of quirky dad rock.
Yeah.
That's like when he's... Like, he thinks that's like the wildest, coolest thing that he can do.
He's playing Valley Girl for the kids.
Yes. Now I'm like looking up, because I remember seeing something about some convention having this writer, having Nicole Dubuck show up. But
there's some convention that's doing like a whole Rescue Bots thing, and it's got like her and several other crew members.
Steve Melching was going to be part of it.
I think so, yes.
Because now I'm just suddenly just wanting to hang out with her. I need to meet this person.
Alright, so anyway, the Chief and Karen, and specifically Chase, are quickly encircled by this giant 1998's Anaconda-sized anaconda.
They do at one point mention, they describe the snakes as being large and possibly venomous, and you get one or the other.
Yes.
You don't, that's how snake physiology works.
I guess it depends how large you consider
large.
Like a king cobra is venomous, and it's large for a cobra.
Ish. But
yeah.
It's large for a poison. It's as big as a poisonous snake gets, but it's still not that big compared to most constrictors.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the rattlesnakes aren't that.
They're
thick.
Big. I mean, compared to like a garter snake, they're big, but compared to an anaconda, they're not big.
No, they're nothing.
But yeah, it encircles this entire police car multiple times. Clearly, we're going to need J-Lo and Ice Cube to solve this, but instead we get Blades, who snags it with a hook, flies it off, and then just drops it on these hikers.
Well, he drops it in the trees near the hikers, but yes.
That's much better.
It's climbing his rope thing. He doesn't want it getting him. It's tickling his belly, as he says.
Yes. Ticklish robots.
Oh, come on, snakes, come get your babies. I'm trying to do John Voight from that movie. That accent is amazing.
And you just did Jean Reno instead?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I mean, it turns out neither is John Voight.
Well, no. I wouldn't expect John Voight to do any accent. Oh, was he trying to do Cajun in that movie?
I think he's maybe supposed to be Peruvian?
That's even weirder.
Everything about that movie is weird.
Peruvian John Voight, what the hell?
I mean, it is definitely the only movie where Owen Wilson gets eaten by a giant snake.
So far.
so far. I'm still waiting on the next...
Get that man in some more movies.
Still waiting for that next Wes Anderson movie.
Weren't they, like, remaking Anaconda?
Oh my god, were they? I know they made a sequel at some point.
At least one sequel, and there's a bunch of...
I heard that they were doing a remake.
There were a bunch of really cheesy, bad CGI giant snake movies for a while.
Apparently there is a plan to make a remake of Anaconda.
Why?
Yes.
I mean, I guess
correct.
I'd rather they remake bad movies. So I'll give you that. All right, remake Anaconda, and then remake Snakes on a Plane and some other shit. Lots of 90s movies.
So anyway, they're, and Graham has also gone to the rescue, and he has had to bring Mrs. Neederlander and Mr. Pettypaws with her. So he's cramped up in this bulldozer with this cat.
She's complaining about the seats. I would say I'm impressed with Boulder for not taking it personally, but this is Boulder, and he's a very kind and forgiving fellow.
Yes.
So, but yeah, she's complaining about his seats and that he's not going faster. It's like, this is literally a bulldozer, lady.
He might be the only bulldozer with a back seat.
Yeah. The fact that he's got more than one seat is fairly impressive, and you should be nicer.
Yes.
Don't be mean to Boulder. He's a good boy.
So they end up cornered by a cobra, but luckily, Mrs. Neederlander is an expert snake charmer. Question mark.
As it turns out, and she has her flute with her.
I mean, if you're a trained snake charmer, you gotta have your flute with you.
Another note here, snakes are mostly deaf, and they're not attracted to the music of a snake charmer. It's the motion of the instrument.
Yeah.
Aha, which she does not seem to be doing.
No.
She's just playing it. I guess the music is just for the people watching.
But everybody's special skills are turning out to be helpful because Haley moves the kids into a patch of wild garlic, which is a snake repellent, which apparently is at least a folkloric thing.
Which it seems like, yeah, let's fall back on folklore and hope it works, and then it does.
Yes, it does.
I mean, that seems like the kind of folklore that's, like, probably somewhat,
maybe? Well, because there's
like,
sense of...
based in actual experience. Yeah. It's not like saying it's that garlic repels vampires. Like, snakes are a real thing. Garlic is a real thing.
A real strong-smelling thing, supposedly,
Put some garlic in front of snakes and see what they think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how that works for this, these deadly super snakes, but, good enough. Episode's almost over.
I was gonna say no one said they were deadly super snakes, but I guess it can be assumed.
Well, yes. They said large and venomous.
Because they're in Griffin Rock. They're in Griffin
I don't know
Rock.
why they were just relying on this guy to deliver them to the zoo. At least get, I don't know, some sort of professional snake handler, maybe a Jack Hanna.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now the rest of the bots, except for Boulder and Graham, are there to get this snake. But Blades knocks his bracelet off, the snake eats it, and now Cody is being inextricably drawn to his doom.
Into the gullet of the snake.
Yes.
Snake is just like, jump.
Oh, this is worse than that weird Winnie the Pooh snake from the Jungle Book.
Also, that's not a thing that snakes would do. It's just chomp at random things that come at their faces. They're much more deliberate in their eating.
But thankfully, they've come up with a snake tank, and so they put Cody in the tank, and then the snake just clonks itself in the head trying to get in there. So they then capture it.
Yes, good job.
And Mrs. Neederlander gets there, and she's very disappointed that she missed everything.
Yes, she calls it the entertainment.
Yes, so finally, they do get to the EMP zone. They get their bracelet off. They are all freed of their buddies, who I'm sure they never want to see again.
Aww.
Although Frankie wants to hang out with Haley now.
Yes.
And
they are now friends.
Mrs. Neederlander...
Frankie has realized that her assumptions were unfounded.
And Mrs. Neederlander insists that Mr. Pettypaws says goodbye to Graham, once more activating his allergies.
Such a good fluffy kitty.
And then the Chief and Karen just walk off. If this was a 90s sitcom, this is where the audience would be all, woo!
Yeah, it's like Chief and Karen obviously going off to get laid. Oh, I don't need to know about the old people sex.
No.
I mean, we're only getting old people hand-holding in this, thankfully.
I know, but it's implied. It's definitely implied more than you expect for a show of this age group.
Yeah, especially because we've had Graham Kade and Haley sort of hooked up, and whoever else is there. But this is more shipping than usual. Heavy shipping, heavy hat agenda. I did not expect to see in my little kids cartoon.
They're forcing heterosexuality on us.
What the fuck is Danny's future boyfriend called? I can't remember.
Taylor, I think.
Okay.
Taylor.
Named after a character from Planet of the Apes, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so fun, weird episode that reminded me of too many bizarre movies, but the Chief and New Woman shipping was really, really heavy.
It's old people. Ew! I say as someone who's probably 10 years younger than these characters are supposed to be.
And so, yeah, that is the episode. This is a weird one just because the snakes are such a weird, random element to add into this.
Yeah.
And it really didn't feel like... It really felt like the snakes were sort of a random offhand joke early on, and then they end up being a significant part of it. But it's good. It's got a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I still would like to know why Mrs. Neederlander had to come along. Does she literally have... Doesn't she run a B&B?
Yes. Well, maybe it's like a Thursday. Nobody's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe it's the off-season. Doesn't she have anything to do? Is she there?
So yeah, I think that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Oh, wait, first I want to look up one thing. It's not who I thought it was. Anyway, okay. This week on Gosei Sentai Dairanger, The Three Stooges Soccer, or in Japanese it's San Baka Saka.
Uh-huh.
Why I yada?
Yes. This week is after the title pops up first before it goes into the theme song, usually, but this time it's title pops up and then there's a shot of one of the three baddie goons opening a giant bag and out comes the Three Stooges of this episode. The three monsters of the week. And then they're also in the opening riding bicycles around when the Rangers are doing that.
Yay!
And it cuts them a few times, so they've actually edited the opening, which is unusual. I mean, not super unusual, but it's interesting. These three idiots. The 3 months of the week, they start out in a cemetery harassing some old person. President Gravestone, Telephone Sensei, and General Kamikaze, who's the biker, who's a bike, riding a bike, motorbike that is, he's a gangster.
It's like how Mickey is friends with Goofy but owns Pluto.
Yeah! It's very, like having a comedy trio, a comedy bunch for a week. It's not an unusual thing, but that they don't seem to have a unified theme.
No.
There's a telephone, a bike, and a gravestone. I guess all of them only have one single eye.
I guess.
But they're joke characters in such a weird way. Who are stuck together because they're the most incompetent monsters they have. so they cannot do anything on their own. Anyway, the Red Ranger is practicing making dumplings with his sister, and then the monsters kidnap her and tell the Red Ranger, come by yourself and have a soccer game against us to get your sister back. And then the Red Ranger's like, no, I don't need you. You're not my friends anymore, to the other Rangers, so they don't follow him. But somehow, later in the episode, they do follow him to the Rock Quarry soccer ground. Somehow.
You know, that's a thing. That's normal.
These losers are berated by the bad guy who's seen dumping them out of a bag at the beginning of the episode. And it's like, incompetence, can you do this shit on your own? I don't think so. Fuck it. Whatever. Then the Red Ranger shows up and they, like, oh, you have to kick the soccer ball into the net to release your sister who's in a balloon hanging over the soccer goal. Or if we knock the ball into your end, well, a giant electric bolt will come out and kill you.
Okay.
So the soccer game starts, and then there's chanting. There's actual background music of "Ole, ole, 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 we are the champs, we are the champs." It's an actual footy song. They must have licensed, I would guess.
What do you mean? I thought the only footy song was tub thumping.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a footy... Well, I don't really know that much about soccer, but I swear it's a song I've heard before. An English soccer song. Just to hear it here was very weird. Red... He gets his ass kicked by the monsters because they also have a few goons on their team, so it's an entire soccer team versus Red Ranger. So they, of course, get a goal, which electrocutes and blows up the Red Ranger, who just morphs back to his human form. It's like, oh, that can't happen again, or I will die if it happens twice. So, of course, I catch, and then, of course, the other Rangers show up. They have an illusion goal, making the bad guys think, oh, they scored a goal. No, you didn't. Then there's fun, fight, and yellow as the goalie cheats by reversing time to catch the ball. Which, having a good guy with time manipulation powers feels wrong. I mean, just like, things didn't work out, no, I'll rewind so I can cheat at soccer. Admittedly, the bad guys are cheating by being monsters and whatever.
Cheating at soccer?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a deep
I am
evil.
kind of surprised there wasn't a gag where, like, one of the monsters fakes an injury. I mean, that's like soccer joke 101, but eventually they do rescue the sister and the Stooges. Because they lost the game, they blow themselves up with the exploding bomb that makes themselves into giants. So it's all three of them versus just the Red Ranger's Dragon Zord, who comes in dragon form, and then they're just grappling with the dragon puppet and tickling it. So we have tickling in two different episodes.
That is objectively the best Zord.
I mean, yes, it is. And it's all they need to defeat these three idiots. But of course, the idiots pull out, like, they have soccer balls that if they hit you and you don't hit them with your feet, it'll explode. But if you hit it with your feet, it won't explode. So
that seems like a good way to enforce the rules of soccer.
Well, yes, but they're giant and there's no soccer field anymore, and the Red Ranger just sticks his Goku pole in the ground, spins around it like a stripper on a pole, and kicks the balls back at the monsters, and then they blow up. They don't die, though.
Oh, okay.
So while after the Rangers are having a celebration where the Red Ranger cooked all his dumplings and everybody's complimenting him on his cooking, the three idiots are walking covered in bandages off into the sunset.
Sure.
It's like, okay, I mean, I guess they're going to come back in a future episode, which is great because they were fun. And this episode is so stupid, I love it. And okay, I did just check the biker Kamikaze General is voiced by the guy who voices Gai Shishio in Gao Gaigar.
Oh, hey.
Nobuyuki Hayama. I was like, wow, that voice is really, really familiar. But I thought it was like Seki Tomokazu or something, which is another guy who does a lot of screaming and has been doing it in robot shows for a long time.
Oh, Guy does so much screaming.
Yeah, but I guess this guy is the one they get to do it, be in Sentai every once in a while.
Ah.
Oh, it does look like this was his first job in Sentai. Neat.
Oh, huh.
So yeah, there's a fun episode. There have been some weird ones like the shitty grandpa marrying a 20-year-old. Skip that one. This is another must-watch, fun, stupid episode of Sentai.
Nice.
Alright, so that does it for this week. We'll be back next week with more Rescue Bots, or possibly with another episode of our revived side series, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Pod.
Yeah,
Yep. We're going to have more of that coming up.
Wait.
Oh, colors are so good. Such good.
I forget if the next episode is supposed to come out. No, actually, this probably will come out next, because it's going to be like the 31st, and then the 1st is next weekend, whatever.
Okay.
Schedules are hard.
Yeah.
But
all my schedule is cats now. Just 24/7 cats.
Whatever comes out next, until then, you can find us all over there. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. What month is this? This is July.
July's just ending, though, so probably by the time this comes out, it will be August.
That is a good point.
August,
I'm looking at my watch. So, it is almost the end of July. So for August...
So for July, we did some exciting Gundam stuff.
Yes, we did Gundam Hathaway, and it was not about Anne Hathaway. It had a big chonky gym that I liked a lot, named Carl. He's my new friend. August... I don't know, there's movies happening again.
Well, and also Kingdom. We're probably going to watch Kingdom.
Yeah.
Timing for Kingdom coming. Well, we've done it for the other ones. We've done the first episode of the past 2 shows, so we might as well do Kingdom.
This is the last one, so may this never be inflicted upon us again.
Please, can we have a good...
I'm
well-written, well-voice acted, well-animated...
He-Man got a good cartoon. Get your shit together,
That's
Hasbro.
Not fair. I'm definitely feeling some angst at having, being part of a fandom where a new piece of fiction comes out and everybody's response is just like, ugh, damn it, I gotta watch that.
Which is why I'm not watching it other than the episodes we record for it. I have gotten to the point in the Transformers fandom where it's like, if there's something I'm not interested in, I'm not going to watch it. Unless it's for the podcast. Granted, that has turned out very well with Rescue Bots, because I love this show.
Yes. I am actually going to be recording a little side project thing with Ant from TFU.info and a few other people, and I believe it's going to go on the TFU.info podcast feed, talking about Kingdom. Because some of them got early access, so went ahead and watched it, and set it to at least 1.25 speed. Maybe get some hard seltzer, get some alcohol. But I'll be talking about it. And I'll talk about it with you guys in more depth with an episode, because we're going to just not do individual episode recaps so much as just a general roundtable talk of the whole series.
Okay.
It's basically what you expect it to be. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I've seen the first 2 episodes, and I had an extremely stressful day. And that was about all of it I could handle after the day I had. So I'm going to go back and watch the rest of it actually later tonight and hopefully survive. Who will survive? That was a Gundam thing that I didn't bring up.
All right. So, tune in next time. If it's Superhuman Samurai Cyberpod, it'll be the 2nd episode of Dynazeon.
Yes.
Dynazeon.
Oh my god. It's fun. It's a really fun show.
And if it's Rescue Bots, then call Leonard Nimoy, because we're going in search of the Griffin's Nest.
Ooh.
Oh.
Until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I really should watch that Leonard Nimoy thing where he talks to a rock about laser discs. I'm David.
And I am tired of these mother-loving snakes on this Monday to Friday episode.